In a quiet village at the edge of a vast forest, there lived a young man named Kai. His life was simple. He worked as a carpenter, building homes and repairing furniture for the people in his town. Day by day, he hammered, sanded, and sawed, but deep inside, Kai felt a sense of unease. His world seemed too ordinary, and he often dreamed of doing something greater, something that would give his life more meaning. But he didn't know what that was. One evening, while walking home from a long day at work, Kai noticed an old man sitting by the side of the road. The man held a lantern that shone brightly, despite the growing storm clouds above. Curiosity got the best of Kai, and he stopped to talk to the stranger. "Why do you sit here with a lantern while the storm approaches?" Kai asked. The old man smiled, his eyes wise and kind. "This light," he said, "guides those who are lost. Many come to me, uncertain of their path. I help them see what they already know deep inside." Kai's heart stirred. "I feel lost too. Every day feels the same, but I long for something more. What should I do?" The old man looked at Kai for a moment, then pointed towards the dark forest beyond the village. "If you truly seek meaning, you must journey into the forest. There, you will find the answers you seek. But be warned, the forest is not kind to those who enter without purpose." Kai hesitated. The forest was known for its dangers: wild animals, steep cliffs, and thick fog that could disorient even the most experienced travelers. But something inside him felt ready. His ordinary world was no longer enough. Kai set off into the forest. At first, the path was clear, and he felt confident in his decision. But as he ventured deeper, the trees grew thicker, and the sounds of the forest louder. Soon, he could no longer see the sky, and the storm he had feared began to break. Rain poured down, soaking Kai to the bone. He tried to press forward, but the path became slippery, and he found himself lost. Frustration bubbled up inside him. The forest felt endless, and the darkness was overwhelming. He looked at the lantern, but as the old man had warned, it gave no light. Kai's heart sank. "Why did I come here?" he whispered. "I should have stayed home where it was safe." But as he stood there defeated, Kai remembered the old man's words. "The lantern is not for the forest. It's to remind you of the light within." Closing his eyes, Kai took a deep breath. He silenced the storm in his mind and focused on the quiet inside him. Slowly, he began to feel a sense of calm. He realized that his fear and doubt had clouded his judgment. The path was still there. He had just lost sight of it. Kai opened his eyes, and though the rain still fell, it no longer felt like a barrier. Instead of rushing forward in panic, he took slow, deliberate steps. Each step felt more certain than the last. Even in the chaos, he found peace in his own steady rhythm. Hours passed, and finally, the trees began to thin. Kai emerged from the forest, tired but stronger. Before him lay a vast valley, full of life and light. The storm had passed, and the world beyond the forest was more beautiful than he had imagined. Kai smiled, realizing that the answers he had sought were not waiting for him at the end of the journey. They had been inside him all along. The storm, the forest, the darkness. They were just challenges meant to help him discover his inner strength. He returned to his village, no longer feeling like the ordinary life he once knew was enough. With the lessons of the forest in his heart, Kai started to see the beauty in his work, the value in his simple life. He realized that meaning isn't found by escaping challenges, but by facing them head-on with trust in oneself. From that day forward, whenever a storm approached or doubts crept in, Kai would light the lantern given to him by the old man. It was a reminder that the light he needed was always within him. And so, Kai continued his journey through life, no longer lost, but guided by his inner strength and purpose. The lesson? The storms in life are not there to stop you. They are there to teach you. No matter how dark it gets, you always carry the light within you to find your way.